What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. My name is Snackers, and today is Sunday, June 6, 2021, and this is episode number 154. Tonight, we got the homie SteveWisey. What's going on, dude?
What's going on? How are you?
Doing good, man. How you doing today?
Doing well. Nice little Sunday.
You know, it was hot as balls today. Like, even when I first, I got up at 11 o'clock, but goddamn, was it hot already?
What's that like? I got two kids. I can't do that shit anymore.
Woo! You know what?
Yeah. We did I think 8:30 I got out of bed this morning. So that's real good. And then my wife got out a little bit later just because I let her sleep. And I mowed the lawn today, which was a mistake.
You know what? Winnie was going to do the same, and she's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and push this to another day.
I did a bit of it, and I sat down, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. And every part of me is I'm like, do I get a lawn service? Do I buy a ride-on lawnmower? I'm like, I don't need to do this. So,
every year, even though I'm not the one that cuts the lawn, I contemplate whether or not I should just hire a service. If we should just forget that part of it. And then I'm like, okay, how about laundry, maid service? What is it going to take in order for me to spend the money to get somebody else to do those things for me?
I'm thinking when this was the first hot day. So the second it probably hits 90 and I'm out there and I'm like, I'm a big dude. So it's not fun. And then also too, I said it, I'm like, if my lawnmower was self-propelled, I think it would be okay, but it's not. So it's work.
Right.
But, so I'm like, it'll happen. We moved, so we have a bigger yard now. So I'm like, oh man, we probably should do, because I feel I get the neighbor envy where every person has a fucking lawn service, and I'm like, God, I don't want to be that person. I feel the sense of pride going out there and doing my own lawn and all that stuff. But God, it's
I don't get that pride at all. not that I don't get it, but I personally don't get the pride thing. I'm just like, you know what? Everything involving the house is pointless to me. I hate every bit of having to take care of a house. I really don't care about any of it.
For me, it changed when I bought a house. We bought this one, and immediately I'm like, this is mine. I must I have more of that feeling with it now. And it's the same thing with you can be the cool uncle, and then the second you have a real kid, you're like, okay, this is different now. This is my thing. So, but I always enjoy going out, and I find I go out and I'm like, if no one else has started mowing their lawn, if I can set off that chain reaction of people getting out and mowing the lawn, because the neighborhood we used to live in, if I went out and did it, every person would come out immediately, because no one could have scraggly lawn compared to you.
Oh my God.
We lived in Livonia. It wasn't a cool thing. It's not it's some fancy ass place.
Right.
It's just the people next to us, they had two mowers, and they do the golf shit. And I'm like, get out of here. That's not.
Please stop.
You have a 16-foot patch of grass. It doesn't need to look like this. So.
Oh my God. So without saying, how where I live, how far are you from me?
I'm 20 minutes from you now.
Oh wow.
Okay. We were in the area last night. We went out and had dinner at a brewery, and it was fucking weird. It was the first time we'd been out, and we're I felt more present though, I guess, because you take going out to eat for granted for so long, because it was just normal. And now that you can do that again, you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so I felt more present. I wasn't on my phone as much. I mean, I snap pictures of my beer because content.
Right. Exactly.
but I did feel it was very strange, and everybody was so happy and nice, and hugging people and stuff. It was very it was nice and needed. So it was good.
Absolutely. So over the past couple weeks since being fully vaxxed, Winnie and I have only gone out to a pho place. There's a new pho place that opened up in town, and half of the tables have been deleted. The tables that are there are in corners of the building or in corners of the room, and all the waitstaff wears masks. So we felt very safe there, because it felt like, okay, even though we're out We're far away from everyone, and every time we're in there, anyways, it's usually us and one other group of people that are sitting down. So felt good. So last night, we decided to go for a bike ride, and we headed up to it's not a brewery, but it's like it's a bar restaurant that has these doors that open up to its patio where there are food trucks in the parking lot. So you can either go in, grab a drink, sit at a table, and then go grab food truck food, or you can actually order from the kitchen that's in the place. It's actually a pretty cool place.
Yeah. I've yet to go there. I know what you're talking about.
You do? Okay.
I really want to go there because like my wife and I love food trucks. Like we had food trucks at our wedding. So like that's how like with it. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It was like the coolest shit ever. It confused all the fucking old people. Like, we have choice, like, cause you go out and like where we got married, it was like an old fire station that they converted into this like hall space, and you can go out and it had these like double doors, and we got married on Cinco de Mayo. So
hell yeah.
We wanted to have this like really cool food truck from the area, but they were super booked or whatever. But we did have tacos and barbecue, but like the old people were like, I get to pick, and we're like, just eat food. I don't care. Just eat food, drink, and be happy, you know? So, but it was like, that was like the coolest thing. Cause like, you know, we got to have food trucks and stuff, which is neat.
So how did the transaction work money for food? Did you pay per order? Did you pay a flat fee?
I think it was flat. I think you paid like, you're like, okay, we're going to have 2 trucks. This is how many people are going to be at the wedding. So like, this is the rate, and they'll bring this amount of food for it. So,
that's right. Cause you can tell them beforehand, like how many people are going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause if you have a wedding, you don't know how many people are coming. That's insane. But
yeah, you fucked up.
Like tables and stuff. Yeah, you really fucked up if that's. I mean, or it could be really cool, and you're just like, let's just wing it. But so it worked out with it, and then like booze was always good, and we gave away, instead of doing the stupid like chocolate covered almonds at the table, we gave everybody a tiny bottle of tequila and a tiny bottle of hot sauce.
Oh, nice.
As the wedding favor. So everybody's pretty lit.
Puking up vodka and hot sauce.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I mean, like, you got to do something on Cinco de Mayo. Cause like I just went up to like a local liquor store, and I'm like, yo, I need 150, airplane tequilas. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. And they sell it. Like the guy sold it to me at state cost, so it was like not even a thing, because they don't carry all that stuff. They just ordered everything for it, so it was really good.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, so we went there, and it was still in this weird hybrid mode of restaurant, to where we actually sat at the bar, and even though there's bartenders, nobody actually interacts with you directly. You take a picture, or you scan the QR code that's in your seat. Yeah. And then you place the order online with your phone, and you can either like start a tab and continuously add things, or you can just place one order and then they bring it out.
That's cool. That's actually kind of cool.
It was. I mean, I didn't mind it, because how many times you have somebody that comes up like, hey, you guys doing all right? Yes, we're doing fine. We're fine. Instead of just ordering what you want when you want it. So it was cool. And again, it's just like this super weird bar, restaurant, food truck, patio. But yeah, it's a super cool place. Plenty of awesome beers of all genres. So I'd recommend going. It's good fun.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think there's like one other place that does that they don't have the bar, but it was just like somebody had like a dirt lot, and they're like, oh, now it's a food truck park. And then they just like have trucks just show up, and then they threw a couple picnic tables out, and they're like, oh, it's food trucks now. So
Weenie's going to say the name of the food truck, because I always forget it. It's not Shredders, but it's another like tater tot truck. And they've got an order called the I-94, and it is buffalo chicken tater tots. Yeah, and it is like one of my fucking favorite food truck out there. It's so goddamn good. I'm a big fan. I mean, other than the prices sometimes, where it's like,
some of the trucks are pretty
$14 for 2 mini tacos.
Yeah. I think one of my favorites is Detroit Mini Donuts. Like that place, they have this like tiny donut machine, and they make them. They're like super small donuts, and then they just dump tons of powdered sugar and like cinnamon and chocolate on them. and they're like the best things ever. Like the neighborhood that we live in, they organize food trucks, and it comes to like the elementary school that's down the street, and they like, so we can go up and like get, you know, random food trucks throughout the summer, which is
fed up our kids.
So yeah, exactly. Oh, she said Grill Witch. Yeah. That's that. Yep. I know that one.
Okay.
That one's a good one.
I don't know if anything else on their menu is good, but I know that the I-94 was fucking tits for tots, man. I mean,
loved it. You can't go wrong with tater tots. You really can't. It's really hard to fuck them up.
Out of all of the foods that should be on more, like tater tots, I feel like got pigeonholed into being like a kid food. Yeah. Like, how often do you go places like, no, I want tater tots instead of fries? Because that would fuck with tater tots 9 times out of 10.
I don't know if this bar is open anymore, but there was a bar that we used to go to all the time. It was called Moose Winooski's, and they had tater tots on the menu, and I always would get them. And it was like the weirdest fucking bar. It was just like everybody who was like at the bar was like turtling there for like 4 hours because they knew every person who was a bartender. And we would go for like, you know, trivia and stuff, but I always would get tater tots when I ate there.
Are you a trivia guy?
We used to be like, that's how like all the people at work that when I worked in radio, like we had people who worked at the radio station who did trivia, and it was like the bar was kind of down the street from the radio station. So we would all like end up going there and like, you know, and I feel it felt like cheating because most of us all like worked on air or were doing stuff around music. So we always knew all the music trivia. And then we always had somebody who worked at the sports station who knew sports. So like we had these like super teams. And we just got tons of money to that bar and never had to pay for anything. And it wasn't a good bar, but we just were like, oh, we got free food and drinks. So exactly. We kept going. So
what is your favorite shitty bar or pub food? Like when you go to a pub and you see a generic food on the list, what's like your go-to? I'm getting that no matter what.
It's changed a little bit because my wife is now gluten-free. So like pre-gluten-free stuff, it was always like fried pickles, mozzarella sticks, because, you know, 6 of those just hits the spot every time.
It does.
And then like
sorry to interrupt you. Mozzarella sticks is the perfect appetizer.
It is.
I never eat them and like, oh my God, I'm so full. It's like, I need more fucking food right now.
Yeah, but if you like, I got cheese sticks in my fridge upstairs. I have one and I'm fine. But you don't have one fried mozzarella stick. You have 12. It hits different.
It does.
So, and then it was always like, they never had like I'm a craft beer person. They never had craft beer there. So it was always like Miller High Life, you know, like, the champagne of beers, ice cold, a big ass mug, and mozzarella sticks, you know, cost you like $6 for all of it. So it was just great. So
awesome. So other than mozzarella, I cut you off. You were saying mozzarella sticks and
like mozzarella sticks, like fried pickles. That's always like a good thing, depending on the pickle though. Like, because sometimes you get them and it's just not good. Like you need a crispy like Vlasic for it, because if not, it's gross. It's
Spears or coins.
Oh man, it really depends on the bar. I think like Spears, if the pickle is right, then it's Spears. But if it's coins, I think you can kind of get away with it if you like fry it more.
Agreed.
We've got an air fryer now. I want to try to get some fried pickles going. So we've done mozzarella sticks and those worked out.
Hell yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Every time somebody on the podcast says air fryer, I know my girlfriend's in the other room going, "God, we need a fucking air fryer."
We bought it. Like we've been holding off for a long time, and like, we got the new house. We bought it. We literally used our oven, our actual full-size oven, maybe 3 times since we bought the fucking
Are
air
you
fryer.
Serious?
Just because for kids, it's amazing because they only eat like 6 chicken nuggets between the two, you know, like 6 to 10 nuggets between 2 of them. So it's like 8 minutes to cook it as opposed to 15. So
interesting.
Like,
okay.
For lunchtimes and stuff, it's perfect. And like, we skipped a toaster and that's our toaster now. So like we use that for bread and bagels and everything. So it just cuts down on counter space. So
I didn't know that you could replace a toaster with an air fryer.
It's not a direct, like you don't get like an even toast sometimes. Like sometimes it's weird, but
what toaster doesn't even toast these days?
Well, like if your bread is like, if the if the crust is too high from the bread, that'll brown first and the middle won't go. So like, it just depends, but
okay.
I mean, it just warms and crisps bread. It does bagels really well though.
Gotcha. All right.
Sorry, I just saw your girlfriend making you buy an air fryer right now. She's got Amazon open and she's like, this is the one. We're buying this one.
Ready to fucking go. Before I get into you as a person and your history, I think it's only appropriate that we talk about what we're drinking at the moment.
Oh God, I'm an asshole. I don't even have anything right now. I can tell you what I've drank today already.
What do you mean you don't have anything?
I know I'm a beer person and I will go get beer. I have my fridge. I'm peak dad now because like I have a beer fridge. Like we moved into this house and we had like the old fridge and we're like, we're not putting food in that. And I'm like, I moved it to the garage and I'm like, beer fridge, let's go. I got stickers all over it and shit.
Yep, absolutely.
So I had Bud Light release these new seltzers and I love trash beer as much as I love craft beer.
Good.
Trash beer.
Good.
So like Bud Light Orange, I fucking love. Like that's my like just
garbage
orange beer. So in college, like 21, hitting the bars, like that was when Bud Light Lime came out.
Yeah.
And like we had our Thursday night bar routine where we would go to, I don't know if you've heard it, it's Coyote Joe's. It was a country bar.
Yep.
So we'd go, it was 11, I think it was like 9 to 11 was $1 drinks for women. And we'd go with like a group of guys and girls. They would buy everyone's drinks. And I was just like 6-pack of fucking Bud Light Lime. Like that was it. And then there, and then we go to some bowling alley and it was like $1 pitchers for the rest of the night. I don't know how I'm alive still, really.
Dude.
With those nights. But yeah, I mean, Bud Light has these seltzers and they're like a tie-dye pack and they have one that's like a bomb pop. It legit tastes like a bomb pop popsicle. And they have a blue raspberry flavor and a cherry limeade. And they're pretty good.
All right. We're going to have to try it.
Like other, cause like I'm very iffy with seltzers because they taste like when they try to taste like a real fruit, I think it tastes wrong. But when I know it's synthetic shit, that's when it tastes fine to me. Like that's good.
Is that like the strength of the taste or the actual like taste itself? Like if something is way too flavorful.
I think it's a combination of both because like with like LaCroix and all that stuff, it's like they just waved the fruit over the can and okay,
they essenced it.
Yeah, here's pamplemousse or whatever the fuck that is.
What the fuck is a pamplemousse anyways?
It's great. It's grapefruit. It's French. I don't know.
Okay.
It's made in Michigan. It's not a fucking fancy shit.
Wait, LaCroix's made in Michigan?
I think it's canned in Michigan.
No shit. I didn't know that.
I don't know, but it's so I don't like that. Like I love Fresca. Like that is my like drink, like soda of choice.
Okay.
Generally, but yeah, the seltzers like that have come out that like especially like hard seltzers, they have like weird aftertastes sometimes if they're trying to put fruit into it. So it just depends on like what it is. The hands down the best hard seltzer, and I'm not paid to say this. The brand is called Smooj, SMOOJ, right?
Okay.
It's a pina colada flavor or a strawberry banana flavor. They use real fruit in it, and it is a smoothie. It's called a hard smoothie, and they are the best thing that you can drink right now. Drink of the summer.
I don't like pina colada or banana, but I'm willing to try anything that somebody will.
They're expensive because of how they create, like because how they make them, but they are completely worth it. They've ruined all other seltzers for us. Like that's the only thing that like we actively get for like hard seltzers, but I'll try everything that comes out because it's like I take pictures of it or I put it on Instagram and like content wise.
So is it like a different texture than liquid?
It is. It's like drinking a smoothie. Like you blended fruit up and drank it. Like that's exactly how Smooj texture is.
What the fuck?
It is. It blew my mind when like I went into a liquor store and this guy's like, it's a weird store. And he's like, yo, you want to try this? And I'm like, sure. And like these other people, I don't know if it was a plant because I felt like looking back at it now, it had to have been because there was like two people in front of me and they're each buying like 5 4-packs of these things. And they're like, it's really good. This is the only place that has it. You should get some. And I like felt like peer pressured into buying it. And I think they're like $16 for 4 of them. So like it's a commitment for those things. But okay. They are 100% worth it.
All right.
It just sucks because they're expensive.
I went to their website and it says new flavor coming soon.
Yeah, I think it is strawberry daiquiri. So they are made in a brewery in Ann Arbor, Holmes Brewery, and they will randomly put on their Instagram, they'll test flavors and they'll do like can drops, like sneakers basically. And you have like 20 minutes to order how many they have, on there, and you can go and pick them up in Ann Arbor. And they like, there's no label on the can. They just literally slap a sticker on it and be like, oh, it's mango raspberry.
Okay.
That's what they're testing it. So like, I've only been able to get like one of those drops with it. and I legit drove 45 minutes to go pick up, 4 or 8 cans of this. And they were so good. It was worth the drive, but it was,
So I am looking. It doesn't look like there's none available within a 5-mile radius of me, but I'm the east side near the lake, all over the place. Yeah,
I know of 3 places that have it that are close to you. I'll text you.
Dude, please do.
Yeah, I know.
The way that you talk about it, man, I'm fucking.
They're real. They're worth it. Like, and then there's a couple like Odd Side Ales, which is another place in Michigan. They do some weird stuff. They do like some cucumber, all that stuff, and like weird ones, but these are just so good. I just wish they were a little bit cheap because like I want to have like a barbecue and be like, open a cooler and there's like 100 of them, and I'm like looking at how much they cost and I'm like, nope,
absolutely not.
It would be like a college party. I'm like, all right, $5 a cup, everybody fill in for this. So,
next wedding, fucking smooth truck and food truck.
Oh man. They do. So at the brewery, they actually do it where they do it on draft and then they'll do like a liquor float on top of it. So it's like even better. Yeah.
Oh my God. That sounds great.
Yeah.
First of all, I got to discuss the shirts. So Steve knew that he was coming on to the button shirt extravaganza. I see what could be a donut or a lifesaver.
So this is actually a League of Legends shirt.
What?
Yeah, so this is all the summertime pool accessories that they release with like a couple of the skins. I got this at the Summer LCS Championship when it was in downtown Detroit and they were selling this shirt and I'm like, this is a ridiculous shirt. I have to buy it. And
it looks
like,
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's super comfy. It's like stretchy and like I realize like put on since quarantine because it's a little bit smaller than it used to be.
Same.
But like it's got like a squirt gun on it somewhere and like pineapples and stuff. But
yeah,
I was like
see the squirt gun.
Yeah, I was like getting ready before and I'm like, I looked at one of your other shows and I've watched other things. I'm like, damn it, I'm like way underdressed. So I need to put like a fun shirt on for this.
Yes, that's awesome. I was She Snaps had a tweet out recently that was like, what was something that somebody told you that was like, it was a buried insecurity of their own or something. What was somebody told you that was just fucking stupid? And for me, it was that somebody was like, dude, you can't wear purple skinny jeans. Like you're 27, you're 29, you're 30, you can't wear it. I'm like, absolutely, I fucking can. And I continue to do so until this day. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? I haven't worn those pants in a while. Let me go grab those. And not realizing I hadn't put on real pants since before quarantine started. I'm like, oh, my thighs can't even fit in this bitch.
For me, I was remote even before quarantine. So like I really I haven't been into an office in almost 3.5, almost 4 years now.
Oh wow.
So it was. And I have some in-person office events in a week and a half. And I'm like, I don't know how to react around people that I talk to them all the time on Slack and Google Meet and all that stuff. But everybody's, 4.5 inches tall.
Exactly.
So like, I think that's like the thing that everybody's guessing is like, oh, how big are people? How tall are people compared to me or whatever? Like, I know I'm going to be the tallest person there probably, but
how tall are you?
It'd be funny. 6'3".
Woo! Okay. You know what? I don't know why I asked because I've seen you in real life.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually a good place to go. And then I would love to hear about you and your journey and everything. So we were standing in line getting ready to fly home from California for TwitchCon 2017. And
that was ages ago, man.
Can you fucking believe that, dude?
Oh, man.
I was able to fit in skinny jeans then.
Yeah, I was a lot skinnier too then.
And I think I remember screaming something out, and Crimson Seabad, I believe, was in front of me, and you were behind me.
Yeah, because I know Chase. Yeah, because like that was one of the first times I met Chase, and he was on that flight, and then like Mitch, and then so pretty much like everyone from DX Racer at that time was on our flight, I think, because I know like Dan LaShock was on there, and like Mitch Alpiner, and like all those guys were on there, I believe, and then like you and Weenie were on there too, and I think you guys were behind me. I can't remember, but it was so
maybe we were, but because did I shake your hand? Or
I think it was like it was either before. I think it was me like probably shaking hands. I know like my whole trip out there was just to like meet streamers because like that was my first like one of my first big gaming things with that job.
Same.
So yeah, because I was working at 5 Hour Energy at that time. So like I went.
That's right.
Yeah, so we had a booth at TwitchCon there, and then I think I had a couple like some of the streamers that we sponsored like had activations at our booth that they did like meet stuff. So we brought them out to they were there. So I think Vern Notice was also there because he was still living in Michigan at the time too. So I don't know if he was on. He might have been on that flight too. There was a lot. Surprisingly, there's more Michigan people than you realize in like in the gaming space, and it's always fun to see more stuff pop up, and it excites me because like I've been working in gaming for, almost 5 years now, and I've not had to move out of Michigan yet, which is great.
So that has also been one of my favorite things about TikTok is it feeding you content from around you just as much. So you know how like when you're scrolling on Twitter and you see like some dude flip an Escalade and you're like, holy shit, that's my fucking street. Or like, I know that bagel place. Well, that happens so much more on TikTok because it just feeds you content from around you. I've found like a couple different streamers. I've found a couple different musicians. My one TikTok about Ernie's, the sandwich shop, like that blew up in the area. And that's been one of my favorite parts about that platform so far is the discoverability of people around you is just increased heavily.
The TikTok algorithm, like whoever created that is just a fucking genius because it's so weird to get served the stuff you do. And I don't know if you got like you in your same house being on the same IP address, if you guys get the same For You page. Because my wife and I, we both watch different content, but at some point our For You pages do converge and we'll get the same things because she'll be watching something and I'll be like, oh, I saw that like 4 hours ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see when it starts merging onto the same path, and the same thing for stuff too. But TikTok, man, like if you're a streamer and you're not using TikTok right now, like I don't know what the fuck you're doing because it is free views.
I've been screaming to my friends.
I don't stream that often. I don't create content other than like my active like beer stuff, but like my gaming stuff, I dropped like randomly like 4 clips from League of Legends like Wild Rift and like 1,000 views immediately. Mm-hmm. And like I don't have 1,000 followers on that channel. So like that means you should be using it. And the same thing, like if you're not using Instagram Reels right now too, like that is or YouTube Shorts is even dumber. Like you get the right SEO tags on there and your videos are even bigger than what you are. Like I did a fucking banana bread beer on there.
I saw that.
I knew it was going to do well because I'm like, well, banana bread has been the most trended recipe search on any channel in the last year. So I'm like, this is going to do well. And it's like my top video on there. And it's 15-second video with 0 edits or time or
Yep.
research, and I spent more time on the thumbnail than I did the actual video.
Or like editing like the captions or the text afterwards.
Yep.
So that has been my experience as well. There was a video that I just did recently about the Discord, people using Discord as like a personal planner and database.
Thank you. I stopped doing that because
really?
Yes. I was I use Slack a lot more for that, but like even then, like, you know, my company owns that Slack channel. So technically they own anything that I put in there.
Right.
You know, and like, because they can look at all that stuff.
Yeah, that's all. That is all logged and is available to view by them. So not only was I surprised at how little effort I put into that video and how much traction it got. I think it got 110,000 views within like the first week. Stupid views. And what I was more surprised was how many people would say things like, I upload all of my homework there. Or that's how I upload my artwork and then share it from Discord. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to why, like, oh, I need to figure out how to share this image. Oh, I'll just upload it to Discord and then share a link from there. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Your phone, like if you've got an iPhone, you have an iCloud, put it in the cloud there. If you got Google, you have Google Drive, put it there. If you have Adobe, you have Creative Cloud, put it in that. I have 4 fucking clouds that I put things in. Like all of my data, like I have everything that I do, like editing wise and like Adobe. So I can literally work on like my gaming PC, my streaming PC, my phone, or my iPad Pro. And I just, you know, record on one main machine. So I have a backup master of the video, goes into the cloud, and then I can disseminate from any fucking device that I have.
Right.
And then like I started doing the Discord stuff. I don't know why. I think it was because I didn't have Slack at the time. And then once I got back on Slack, then I started doing that. But it's usually I delete it anyways. And it's not passwords. Like if it's passwords, I have 1Pass and I use that for literally
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm not like, there's no sticky notes around me with passwords and shit. So
yeah, there was a lot of this isn't a word, but misconstrusion on the viewer side, because there were a lot of people that were saying like, this doesn't make any sense. You know, like Discord collects the same amount of data that everybody else does. And I was like, yes, I know. The point that I'm trying to make is that people see others using Discord to save things, and then watching other people's videos and seeing their screenshots of like passwords category, accounting category. I'm like, that's the shit that you need to be aware of to not put in there. I don't care about your calendar or your homework or your art, but it's the sensitive information that you have absolutely no control over in there. And it was just crazy to hear all of these different people that used Discord in these different ways. It blew my mind.
And all the people who probably use it in that way are like, who don't have 2FA on.
100%.
You know, they're just like, what's that? I don't need that.
Yeah.
And like, no, like
I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do. So much shit. Like, it's not, you don't want your identity stolen. Do not want that to happen. I always joke. I'm like, oh, it'll only help my credit score. No, it won't. Like, I got so much shit now that I can't, like, you can't afford to do that. And like, I have like, I think my office like gives you LifeLock. I can go sign up for that. But at the same time, it's like, if you have any, like, if you've got crypto, if you've got anything, like people will steal it. Like they just do it for fun. Like even if you're a millionaire, like banks are actually going to be less likely to be on your side if you have $500 taken from you, or if you have $10 million taken from you.
Yep.
That is making them money, not your piddly, 0.0003% of their gross, revenue or whatever. So that's the most common misconception that I hear when it comes to privacy is they aren't going to target you because of this, like the quality or the state of their belongings. You're going to get targeted if they realize that they have a way in. So when they're using all of these different tools to find information, as soon as they get a green light on something that they can get access to because of all of the other information they're going to collect or they have collected, that's their fucking ticket. And they don't look at you and go, oh, okay, he has one bank account. He has a Twitch following with 4,000 people. Okay, like they don't care about any of that. There's like, oh, is there a door open? Cool. And then
again, another point, which I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but your privacy is not only your privacy. Like access to your Discord, your email, your Facebook, you are now opening up the door to everybody that you've ever communicated with. Anything that you've ever sent back and forth in those DMs, the pictures, the accounts, the passwords, it's not just your shit. It's all of the shit of the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. But
they're going to immediately send an email to your mom, and she's going to open it and click on the link because she trusts you.
Yep.
And then your mom's screwed.
Yep.
Like no one wants that. So
amen. All right, dude. Well, do me a favor. Go into who the fuck you are. What are you doing nowadays? I would love to hear a little bit about your come up story.
Yeah. So I'm Steve. I've been in the gaming. I've been working in gaming for the last 5 years. Currently, I work at the Out Loud Group here in Detroit. We are an influencer company. So, brands come to us and they're like, hey, I've got, X product and I want, influencers to help me promote this. So I work on the gaming side of it. Our biggest client for gaming is Grubhub. So we handle so we handle all their gaming, interactions. And then we work with 100 Thieves, the esports org as well. And then a couple other influencers, but all those fun ad reads that you get, for podcasts, we do stuff like that. We do, YouTube in, it's a 10-minute video and somebody comes in at the middle. Hey, this video is brought to you by Simply Say for whatever company happens to be, needed to be that. Find the influencers, vet them, and then that's what we deliver on. So I kind of shifted. I actually started career-wise, I started in radio. I worked in radio for almost 5 years. I worked at the station, so that station. I was
Steve, real quick. I think your noise gate is cutting off the beginning of your speech a little bit.
Okay. Better? Sorry.
We'll see. No, it's all right.
Okay.
I've been having this. I don't know if it's a Discord issue or what, but there are sometimes it happens with Jimmy. It never happens with Bishop. It happens with Jimmy where his mic just cuts out in the middle of him speaking. And I have yet to track down what the actual issue is.
I know. So. I switched Discord on this computer. I put it on my other computer because it has a better input for this mic and it's split 3 ways.
Okay.
So I think it's probably a Discord setting.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I worked in radio for 5 years. Morning show. And I happened to be the youngest person in the room. Like, hey, we want to do social media. Can you do it? And I was like, yeah, if I can have insurance job, sure. So I did that for 5 years. I did concert photography. I went to school for that. So I was going to 3-4 shows a week, shooting hundreds of photos and then editing them. That was a blast. It was not great for my hearing, but it was, I got to go to so many, I think my biggest summer was I think I almost did 150 shows. It was.
Did you say 150?
It was because with CBS Radio where there was a cluster of stations, so I could I could do pop concerts, I could do country, I could do oldies, I could do rock. So I went to there was weeks that I would go from an Aretha Franklin concert, One Direction, Toby Keith, you'd get this I went to Metallica when they did their festival in Detroit, which was absolutely insane. So it was crazy, cause you go and you're there for 3 songs and that's it. And you take as many pictures as humanly possible, 700,000 photos, and you have to whittle pictures to put a slideshow online and you throw it up. I did that for a little bit. And then I realized, I need to pay some bills. and then I worked in an agency in downtown Detroit. Campbell ran social media for a bunch of clients. I did the clients for U.S. Navy, Facebook pages. We had 22 Facebook pages that we managed for them.
Oh my God.
Nuts. And we got to do events for them too. So we got to summer and winter X Games, which was an absolute blast. We got to go Aspen and Austin for that. So 2 opposite ends of temperature spectrum. But
dude, seriously,
it was, those events were ridiculous because we would go and ESPN would be the host of it. So You got to go in like the VIP areas. Like I saw Wee Man like at Aspen, one of the X Games, and at that point we were at like some random party. Way too many free drinks, and I yelled at him to see, because I'm like, this is gonna be bad. It's either Wee Man or somebody who's gonna be really pissed at me, and it happened to be him, and he yelled back, and like one of the dumbest things.
Dude, out of all the jackass people, he has aged the least.
Yeah. Because I mean, I feel like he did some real rough shit, but like, I don't think he did this stuff as bad as everyone else though. Like, cause like Steve-O's completely different looking. And even like Johnny Knoxville's like, I think he's glowed up a little bit because he started doing like real movies.
That stuff. Too. But, he definitely looks old compared to all the other dudes. Like Steve-O doesn't look as old as Johnny Knoxville. Like I actually don't know their age differences. Let's see. Johnny Knoxville age. All right, so he's 50 now. Holy shit. Okay, and Steve-O, I'm gonna guess that he's 45. Damn, he's 46. Okay, so Johnny Knoxville's got 5 years on him. Uh-oh, now I don't hear you at all. Is it microphone chain restart time? Oh, and there he goes. He's gone. Oh my God, his whole computer crashed. Oh no. Oh God. That's unfortunate. Man, the technical difficulties, and I don't know how many of you guys have experienced this, but Discord did an update recently, and somebody just messaged me about it. Shout out to Elizabeth. That a recent update reset pretty much all of the Discord settings. Oh no, Steve. His whole fucking computer. God damn it. Yeah, there was it reset. It reset absolutely all of the audio settings. The echo cancellation was one. The noise suppression was another. I think there was what's that one setting that makes it sound like absolute dog shit? It's that. Is it the EPOS voice? No. The crisp noise suppression. If you go into your goddamn Discord settings and make sure you have that turned off, chat, because that's what makes you sound like absolute crap. And I'm wondering if that's also what he had on, depending. Yo, what's up, chat? Yo, we're chilling. So it's super good to see all you guys. Hope you had a fantastic week. It was hot as balls recently. Like these past 2 days have just been so incredibly hot. But actually right now, even though it's 82 degrees outside, I've just got the nut fan, and then you guys I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. But I'll unplug it just to show you assholes. I got this little desk fan that uses micro USB. And it has 4 different setting modes. And now I put this over by my Mac Mini, and this blows up in my face. It's pretty loud on the louder settings, but everything else, man, it's fucking fantastic. He's back.
I'm here.
Hello,
dude. Like my whole computer shut off.
Just died.
Yeah, and I turned off Reaper, so hopefully the audio. Like I think that was the gain issue.
Okay.
And, so we should be good now.
So I know, here, let me get you back on the podcast. There is, throughout the beginning of the episode, your audio was going like up, like your audio level, like randomly it would like double and you would be like super loud. But I think that's an issue with Zoom taking control of your audio device, even though you're not using the audio within Zoom. I
definitely think that would be the case, because like that is like I for sure muted that and it's a HD video, but yeah, I know like the way my setup is, like I'm definitely, it's not optimal.
You little extra.
Like I have a nice, I have a Rodecaster Pro, so I have like 4 inputs on here and it goes into one PC, and I like use that for all my meetings and calls and stuff. And then I have a splitter that goes to my gaming PC, so I can use the same nice microphone on Discord when I'm gaming. And then I have a Go XLR Mini over here as well, which controls audio and stuff for that gaming PC, which then comes back to the soundboard and then goes to OBS. So like it works, but if something goes wrong, it just nukes out and it's completely fucked.
Damn. So I've been contemplating getting a Go XLR Mini. I feel like it's such a waste of money just to get a Go XLR Mini for like the audio controls, because I'm not going to use it as a preamp, because I already got everything for that. So, but I don't think I figured a way to.
I don't think it, like when I bought it, it was the only thing that I had and it was completely worth it. And now like I don't really need it anymore. I kind of do, because I could probably work out and like run just a standard headphone jack out of this board from a splitter to mic input, and it would be fine.
Okay.
But I think I have a feeling that Rode is going to make a smaller version of the Rodecaster Pro.
They really should.
I think it's going to happen very soon. And then I know somebody released, I think Avid released a smaller, they released one that was like, it's like a Go XLR and a Stream Deck combined recently.
Yeah, the AverMedia.
Cool. AverMedia, that's what it was, not Avid.
Fuck, I forgot the name of it already. I was a little disappointed. Obviously, the software can move from its original position, but everything else about it was just like, I don't know if this is a bias or not, but it's not that you need to do something. It's not that you need to do something new and exciting. It's just that you need to do the basics well. And when I looked at that thing and I saw how it operated, and it's so easy for me to look at a new product and go, these people who designed this have no idea about the streaming industry. And to that, it seemed like half of the people at the boardroom understood what streamers needed, and then the other half were like, yes, put Twitch chat on a 5-inch screen that's going to lay parallel to your desk. Who the fuck wants to look at Twitch chat on that thing?
Yeah. No, and I mean, I like Rode's products because like I have the pod mic, and it's one of the best mics that I've owned, but you plug it in and it's literally a setting in there. Like your microphone is a setting as well. I just tap a button and it has the optimal settings for it. You can go in and change it. It works great. I also know that if you call Rode and you call tech support, you can physically talk to an engineer at the company to help you fix problems.
What?
I was like, they're like, oh yeah, let me get you somebody from the engineering team. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah, no, they're here. And I'm like, okay. And like, I talked to them because I was trying to figure out multi-track in OBS with this thing. And you just have to like hack it now, but they're like close. Like they're getting close to releasing it because they're like beta testing it, and the beta, like I did it and it just screwed up everything. And I was like, nope, not going to do this right now.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
But yeah, I mean, the board is nice. Like I can even plug it into a battery pack and not even have to have it plugged into a wall. So like you literally could go camping and record a podcast.
No shit.
And it still throws phantom power to microphones and all that fun shit. So it was a good trade. It was the beginning of pandemic. I sold a Nintendo Switch that I really wasn't using, and I bought that thing, and it worked out.
I really feel like I should sell my Switch. It's been sitting here in a drawer for I don't even know how many fucking months.
You can I think you can still get a good price on them. Right.
Yeah, they like still are selling.
Chip shortages are killing everything. So
Jesus Christ, man. I cannot believe how many different aspects of technology that chip shortage is affecting. It's computers, it's graphics cards, it's consoles, it's cars. Everything. Cars that's too.
The thing we're trying to get, like we're like trying to get a new car, and I'm like looking and I'm like, it's like the housing market every day. Prices are just going up. Yeah. It's good in the sense that I can sell my existing car and get way more money for it now, but the new car that you want to buy is still way more money than it was like a week ago. So you're hosed on both ends. So it's fine.
How long ago did you move again?
So we bought this house in October, and then we redid the kitchen. We weren't planning on redoing the kitchen, but we moved in December, literally 5 days before Christmas. With everything going on, we didn't get a tree and we have 2 small kids, and we're like, I'm driving around with my daughter going to like Christmas tree lots on December 20th. And like every fucking tree is like Charlie Brown tree. And I'm like, we're going to get a goddamn tree somewhere, and like going around trying to find it. And we ended up buying like just a fake tree just to make it happen. But I was like, I was just so distraught because like my daughter's 4. Like Christmas is still magic.
Yeah.
So, like you gotta have, and like, cause we have a chimney now. So like, it's even cooler now to have Christmas at our house. So
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If you got a chimney, you got to do big Christmas.
Yeah. So now it's cool cause we'll have 2 weeks when, it comes around next year. So we'll have a fake one in the basement, and then we'll have a real one in the living room. So our misfortune this year is our gain next year. So
right. Were you planning on eventually doing the kitchen, and then it was just like, you know what, we should probably just fucking do this now?
We were going, so like when we bought it, and like buying a house during COVID is the fucking worst, because like you're in there and you're like trying not to touch shit because of germs, and like you're just running through these houses, and like the market is so insane that when you're in a house, you're like, if you don't give them an offer the second you leave that house, you're not going to get it. Like there was one house we were in looking at it, and we were like, do you guys have any offers? They're like, oh yeah, we have a couple. And then we walked out and got a notification in the realtor app that the house was sold. Like 2 seconds after we stepped out of the house. So
holy shit.
So we went in and we looked at this house. I wasn't even home. My wife and my daughter came and looked at this house first without me. And she's like, we have to put an offer in this house. I'm like, do it. Like I had not seen the house physically.
And you said, do it?
I trust my wife.
The faith much. That you have. Yeah. Oh my God.
And because if she got a good feeling about it, it was the neighborhood we wanted. It had the space. Like I have a dedicated office now. Amazing. And we got it. We didn't they accepted some other offer. Their offer fell through. They put it back on the market and they marked it up because they got enough offers and stuff. They're like, oh, well, we can make some more money off of it. And we went back to them with our original offer. And we're like, look, we're here. We were second in line for this. Let's go. And they accepted it. And we, got the house. But we were originally just going to reface the cabinets. And we started like peeling them and looking at them, and they were just disintegrating. And
oh, like, fuck.
And it just ripped it all out, redesigned it, the whole thing. And we did it all ourselves. Like we just went to Lowe's and picked cabinets, and we're like, all right, cool. That one goes there. This one goes here, and use their website, which saved us a lot of money and time, because with COVID and quarantine, they weren't building cabinets. And if you wanted custom cabinetry work, it was like 6 to 8 months.
True.
Done. And we didn't like our new countertop that we got, that came a week and a half after Christmas. So like we had Christmas without counters in our kitchen and like no sink. And it was just,
it's madness.
It was. I mean, but at the same time now, like, I mean, with that kitchen redone and we probably added like 30, 40 grand onto the house with like what it is now, and like looks so much better. And, it's ours. And I feel like so proud every time I like walk into my kitchen.
Good.
Like the biggest thing. So
it's exactly what your house should be.
It's great. So we just have to get a new oven eventually. Well, we have an air fryer, so
hey,
I don't need one.
You don't need a goddamn oven. So when you moved from the radio into the gaming industry, what was kind of what was the reason for the transition? Did you just realize like, oh, pictures and radio is just not what I want to fuck with?
So with radio, to get big and do well on radio and be on air, Detroit is technically a major market radio station. You don't go from like school to on air in Detroit. If you do, it's a rarity. Like I was blessed that I got on the show that I was on. Like I was on Dick Purton's morning show, which was one of like the biggest broadcasters in Michigan at the time. And they like loved me because I was like the generational gap in there, and they just made a lot of like millennial jokes, and they're like, oh, whatever, TikTok, it wasn't even TikTok. Like Instagram was barely a thing when that was going on. But, dude, it was a fucking long time ago. It was like 10 years.
Woo! Almost a bit.
Yeah. I'm old man. It's like I'm old man gamer.
That's now, 10 years. I was 20.
Yeah. So I was 26. So
that's not that bad. Get out of here.
But still, but yeah, I like, for me to like, if I had wanted to continue and be on air, I would have had to move to like North Dakota and worked at a radio station there on air, and then gotten, 2 years of experience, and then gone to a bigger market and just gone. And like, I know people who have moved 3-4 times in 2 years, for jobs, just to be better, be in a bigger market with radio. And I just like, that wasn't me. And I didn't really see it like going anywhere. And it was just difficult. And I'm like, I don't want to move. I don't want to do all this crap. And, so I went to like agency world and like did social media and stuff. And then an opportunity came up with 5 Hour Energy, and they were hiring it as a community manager. So it like fit my skill set, but they wanted to get into gaming. And I'm like, well, I've been an avid gamer. This is what I do with my free time. Like, I was the guy hosting LAN parties in high school and stuff. Like, I was pre-cable internet. So like we all just came over and did a LAN and did that stuff. And, so I threw in my hat. I'm like, I don't even know where this company is. And 5 Hour Energy is headquartered in Michigan too. Like, they're in an office complex in Michigan, and it's so unassuming. You'd never know that they're in Michigan because they don't play up any of that shit.
No, they don't.
And which it's fine. Like, they don't have to. And like, so I got in there, and like, it was great for a while. Like, we did a bunch of stuff. We sponsored like 3 different esports organizations. We had 10 streamers that I was sponsoring at the
no shit. Okay.
Yeah. And then they just decided one day that they're like, we don't want to do sponsorships anymore. And they stopped doing NASCAR, they stopped doing MLB, and then they stopped doing esports and gaming. And they're like, you can stay if you want to work, just be a community manager for this product. And I'm like, no, I got a taste. Like, I got to go to the events, and I got to see people and meet people. And I'm like, I can't not do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so I went to this startup out of Boston, and it was like a gaming tournament thing. It was like, it had crypto backing. That's how they raised like all the money for the company. And then they were just hosting Dota 2 PUBG tournaments, and they needed a marketing person. So I went, and I was like the director of marketing at that company. But when I was there, I was doing, the director, things that you would have a director of marketing doing, and like doing paid advertising and doing strategy and doing all that kind of work. And then I was also the person answering people's questions on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, which is not a director level thing.
Right. Did you like it though? Did you enjoy that?
It was good for a while, and like it kept it keeps you busy, but at the same time I had to focus on so many things that like nothing was going, like it was progressing, but at the same time like you could never dedicate yourself fully to doing like audience strategy and like figuring out like how to get more users, how to retain those users, what are they doing, cuz like realistically, like your directors have a team under them. I didn't have a team. And like, even when I did, it was like, 1 or 2 people, but it wasn't enough to like actually do what needed to be done. So, and I was kind of getting burned out, and like noticeable, like visible reactions to stress. Like I was getting like eye twitches, and like my hand would shake. And like when I got stressed out, and I was like, wow, I'm going to fucking burn out real hard.
So I'm so happy you said that, because like a week or so ago, I was one of my eyes would not stop twitching, and it was like a repetitive, consistent twitch of just like my eyelid just kind of like flickering. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then, of course, as soon as like the weekend came and I started sleeping a little bit more, it went away almost immediately.
Yeah, it's like so it was like a combination of sleep, sleep, stress, and like too much caffeine. Realistically the big 3. And like for me, like having kids, having to wake up, or having to like not getting full stretches of sleep, because like I have a almost 2-year-old and an almost 5-year-old. So like a full night of sleep, depending on which parent they go to, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does. So like caffeine is a necessity. And even like coffee is not, I don't need coffee. It's just a morning ritual.
Sure.
Like that's your time, you get up, you make, grind coffee, make it, so that's what it is. But when I got the new job that I'm at now, like all of that stuff went away. like immediately. Cause like I'm part of a team. I got to focus down. Like I'm doing something completely different now. Cause like I was doing like director marketing and I was still like applying for those types of jobs, and Out Loud came and they're like, hey, we love your background because you've worked with, you know, CPG brands and you've worked on the brand side and you've worked on, you know, third party side. So like I bring a good perspective to the table, like knowing what people pitch me, you know, when I worked at 5 Hour. So like I kind of have this like insider, like that's not going to work. This needs to be explained like a traditional media buy, because esports is the Wild West. When people pitch you numbers, like you're like, where the fuck did you get that number from? It's not based off of anything. And there's some companies that'll just take it at face value. And like we do, like now, like we do a really, really good job of breaking down price and like looking at things. And I'm like, you know, we'll be sitting in meetings and you get a pitch and you're like, okay, it's going to be $100,000, and they'll come and they'll pitch. And it's like, they're like, okay, this will be $800,000. You're like, no, it's not. That's not. That's
what's, you said CPG brands. What's CPG?
Consumer product goods.
Got it.
So
okay.
like, so anything like consumable, or like you go and pick it up at like a grocery store, like that type of good. So, and then also it being the like non-endemic to esports side, like that's a big plus too with the knowledge that I have, because it's an uphill battle to sell esports and gaming into brands that don't target those people generally with like marketing and stuff like that, because they don't know. It's like a combination of they don't know how to, and a lot of the times they don't want to, because they think that gamers and esports people are just trolls living in basements and like they don't spend money, when in reality, most people who are watching things on Twitch have more spending power than a lot of people do and are willing to do that. And they're more susceptible to influencer marketing than a normal consumer. Case
in point, audio companies in general, like, do not care about the streaming market whatsoever. Behringer, the only reason they are so prominent is because they're the cheapest. And I would say Rode is with Deity with a very, very close second, are the only two companies that like notice the streamer market and have developed products specific, more than one product specifically for the streamer or the gamer market. You've got companies like Corsair or Logitech that are just making gaming themed of products that we're already making. Like, oh yeah, here's a gaming keyboard or a streaming keyboard, when it's not anything different than a normal keyboard. I'm still surprised at this point that we're not seeing more audio companies or even audio video companies that are jumping in and taking their part of the market and bringing in people that market that shit to gamers and streamers.
Yeah, and I'm like, the biggest company that you look at for like video and stuff, like I would love to see GoPro step into gaming and streaming.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Their technology, the way it's built, how small it is, how compact it is, how good the quality is, they could make an absolute killing if they came out with a camera that had some form of removable lens or something that you could put on there, but it just clips on your mic or it clips on your monitor, and then you have 4K. It costs $500, you know, and you can use it as a webcam. It hooks up through USB if you want, or you can HDMI it out and use like a card adapter, whatever. But like, it's just looking at something and going, okay, how is this going to affect streamers and gaming? Because like this last year, so many new people started streaming. So many new people started getting into gaming because that was the easiest thing to do while you're stuck at home, where you do have companies who did this quick react and they're like, oh, that's a pandemic good. All the like immunity booster drinks that came out in the last year. And you're like, that's a load of drinks. Shit. It's just a relabeled product that you have, you know, that people are too stupid to read the ingredients on the previous one. And they're like, oh, now this one has vitamin C now. Shit always had vitamin C. You just changed the label.
Right.
Like, fuck you. I'm not stupid. But I mean, people are though, but like I'm different. Like I work in marketing. Like, so all that shit, like I notice and I pay attention to because I have to, and like my brain is trained now for that. But also in the same vein, like I order so much stuff from influencers. Like I get ads and stuff. Like I've bought 2 things in the last like 3 days from TikTok ads.
No shit.
So I bought this. It's called you might have gotten these ads. It's Fly by Gin. It's like a random, like, they're just like these like Asian spices and like this crispy, Szechuan oil thing. And they're just doing like, I don't know how I got on that TikTok ad trend, but like I got enough of them and I'm like, well, okay, I'll buy it. Of those things. So I bought that. And then I got an Instagram ad for something that was like a competitor to it. And I was at the store yesterday and I saw it and I'm like, well, I want to try that. And I bought that and we've used half of the bottle in the last day and a half.
So you're talking about the ads that it feeds you as soon as you open the app? Or
yeah, no, like in between and like promoted tweets, not the like front ad. Like those ones are so god awful expensive. Like those are like major, like only certain companies get access to that main feed. One, you have to spend so much money to get on that.
I bet, dude.
But like the ones between as you're scrolling on For You page, like you could create one for your podcast and put it up there. Like it's
really,
you just have to you just have to get access to the business manager.
Got it. Okay. So
it's not, it's like Facebook and Instagram where as long as if you have access to the business manager, you can go in and create an ad. You just can't, like for TikTok, you can't use any of the music that's featured on TikTok. So like the reason that stuff is popular on TikTok, you can't do that.
Yeah. So. And you know what? I think when I first opened up my TikTok, or I think when I first crested like 1,000 followers, I was like, I wonder what it's like to have the business account. And then I switched over and realized you couldn't get access to any of the filters, any of the sounds. I'm like, oh, this is like being on an app that isn't TikTok. I don't want this.
Yeah, it's like for influencers, it's a very fine line because a lot like you need the business side of it to do things like to get your analytics and to get your reporting. Cause like when we do project with influencers, like we ask to see, the analytics, like what did this project get? How many views? So we can figure out the costs and CPMs on all that stuff to like show value to clients and like this is the ROI. On, like you spent X, this is the amount of views, this is what it costs per view. So like you need that, but at the same time, but like, I think Instagram happened. Like if you flip to a business account, your reach immediately dropped.
Yes. Yep.
So like, it was like that trade-off where if you were an influencer, like you need the business account to make money, but you're not going to make as much money because you don't have reach.
You're right.
So it's like, do you want to eat today? And they're like, yeah. So most of them don't have it on, but. And
then you get to the point too, where as soon as you start paying to promote your shit, instead of it being organic, there's that specific vibe that you're not putting out as well.
And it's a fine line. Cause like I've used it for like Facebook gaming is a great example for it. Facebook has created their platform where you actually can legally view by yourself with views, right?
Explain.
So if you're a partner on Facebook Gaming, you can schedule a stream ahead of time, right? So it'll schedule the stream for you. It'll show that it's, happening at 11 p.m. that day.
Okay.
You then go into Ad Manager and go, I want to boost this post. So you boost the post to start at 11:05. 5 minutes after your stream starts. So then it goes and then it's boosting that stream out to the target that you set. So you'll get more views on that thing.
Damn.
It's not illegal because it's built into the platform.
Right.
You can go in and even after, like it'd be like Twitch, literally after this podcast was done and you stop going live, you could go and put $5 toward and it would push it to your target audience. Like you can do that on Facebook because like, their algorithm is built weird with like streaming and stuff like that. So it's if you play BRs, if you play mobile games, like it just depends. Like that is one algorithm I really haven't figured out because it is so different and reliant on paid media in some cases. But
well, not only that, I can't remember where I heard this or I saw this, but when you compare Twitch to a lot of the other social media platforms and how the feeds work, right? Like Instagram's main hub is a feed. TikTok's main hub is a feed. Where you have, you can scroll through stories or you can scroll through explore, but like the main experience of Instagram is scrolling through the people that you follow. TikTok is mainly scrolling through the people that you don't follow, like, you know, your For You page. Twitch, I don't know what kind of experience that they need to build. I guess, like, in your opinion, if you were to design the homepage of Twitch where you would get, let's say, like a feed of anything, whether it's live streams, videos, like, how do you build the Facebook homepage or the For You page of Twitch?
I mean, I do really think it's taking what TikTok has and literally just steal it and be like, okay, you liked this person, you know, you liked 2 of their videos, you're probably going to like this person, you know, so they'll show you this. Okay, you live in XYZ city, this streamer is in XYZ, you know, push that content towards you. Like, I would just like to see a search, like a better search function where it actually SEOs out to like Google. Like, you can search random thing and it'll actually pull a stream up.
Right.
That would be great. Like, because if you were looking for someone like, you know, hey, I want to learn how to 3D print, you know, a turtle with a penis for its head, it would show your stream. Like, that would come up. Right. You know, so like, that's a weird Google search, but like your stream would come up because you've done that. Yeah. So like, that makes sense. But like, you can go on YouTube and do that. Like, you can search that term on Google and YouTube comes in because, like, I mean, it's a co-owned thing. So like, that's what it is. But like, I don't think Twitch does that enough. And like, even like a randomize button, like, hey, I want to like hit a randomize button in this category, pulls up a stream for you.
Dude, I used to have a fucking web page that did that, where you just clicked and but not only did the mature audience disclaimer bork that, ads all of a sudden borked that.
Yeah, and then also like the third party, like, you can't watch stream. Like, Twitch wants you to watch streams on Twitch, which is I mean, like, I don't want people watching my stuff outside of the native platform because like you wouldn't make any money. And like, I work for I work for advertisers. So I want the ads to be seen because they're paying for them and I get paid for it. So like, please watch it on Twitch.
What, as far as the content that's being fed, right? Like for TikTok, your For You page, when you're looking at it, you're seeing the highlights or the best recorded version of a video as a final product. It lasts 15 to 60 seconds and then you scroll on to the next. A For You page built of live streams. Is that anything anybody wants to watch?
I don't know. Like, I feel like if there was a way to, like, when you're streaming, to like make a trailer and then like that is the scrollable page where it goes, you know, it's just like an intro to your thing. It's like, hey, I'm going to be playing Valorant, just chatting, and then I'm going to do some thing, you know, and if that interests you, click here, whatever, you know, something like that, or it grabs a section of your video. Like, I know Facebook is starting to do that with video, where when you publish a video, if you're using a brand page, like I publish content on Friday and they're like, do you want to use Smart Preview? And I'm like, what the fuck is Smart Preview? And it literally looked at my 4-minute video and it grabbed a part that it thought was the most important because it had the most like sound and like movement on it. And they're like, if someone is scrolling through your video and doesn't click on it, this is what will autoplay. It's that important part. And I was like, oh, that's really good. And like, I went in and I edited it to the hook that I wanted it to show. Like, I haven't checked analytics on it, but like, if it's done better than my other videos, like I'm going to fucking use that every single goddamn time. Cause that's what brings people in. It's that initial 2-second, 3-second thing with streams. It's hard to do that, especially with Twitch, when you're like, oh, cool, this stream has been recommended to me. And then I got to watch a 15-second ad before I get into it.
Yeah, that brings up a really, really good point. As far as, because there's now so many tools out there that can detect like the highlight of a stream, whether it is an amount of tips, a raid, a triple headshot. There's a company out there right now, Uncanny GG. I see them on TikTok all the time, where they have these tools that when you get like a triple kill, it automatically creates a clip, or it can set off a bunch of different animations or triggers. If there was a way to, if you were scrolling through the For You page of Twitch let's say you have 3 of those events that have been auto-generated by AI or even by your community. Let's say you've got mods where within the first hour of the stream, they see you get a triple kill and then you fucking shit talk a stream sniper, whatever, 60 seconds. And they just mark that as the channel trailer for the day. And then when people are scrolling through, it's pertinent to that particular day because it happened then. You're like, oh shit. If he's shitting on people now, or if he was shitting on people half an hour ago, maybe he's still shitting on people. And then maybe you interact with it. I feel like there's so much. Just try something, Twitch, anything.
There's so much because, like, I mean, if YouTube starts doubling down on gaming and like really forces it, Twitch is going to be in a problem. Like, they're going to have a problem with it because YouTube is already built better for search and finding things. They just are not the place for live streams. They're the place for permanent content. But at the same time, like if they figure out a way to integrate a live streams SEO into Google as it's happening, Twitch is fucking done. Yeah. If you could search for someone and it pulls up a live video as it's happening when you're searching, if someone's like, hey, like doing like a how to build a house or like how to redo your, like, hey, I'm going to remodel my kitchen. You can follow along. These are tips and I'm answering questions. Cause like the last year, like YouTube has been a savior for me, like finding things with like fixing my house. Yeah. You know, like I just look on YouTube or call my dad, you know, that's the order. If I can't find it on YouTube, I call my dad, you know? So like, if it could pull up live streams or like, hey, how to get better at Fortnite, and it pulls up a streamer who's doing like a walkthrough or something, like, it makes sense. But you know, Twitch, they're trying to do so much at the same time. Like they're trying to get music fixed and like the DMCA shit is never going to work. And they're trying to, you know, fix all the tags and like, cool, that's great. And then like, it's good for advertisers. Like they did it because of advertisers, because those are targetable categories for ads. So
I feel like
they didn't make the hot tub changes because streamers and viewers were pissed off.
Right.
They made it because advertisers were pissed off. Yeah. No decision like that is made because of streamers or viewers. Twitch does not give a fuck about streamers or viewers. I will tell you that.
Yeah, if you were to look at the money brought in by advertisements compared to the minutes or the money brought in by fucking XQC subs,
yeah, I know how much the ad side costs.
Right. Insane, I assume.
It's a fucking lot.
I bet.
Yeah. I mean, to lock up a whole category, like if you wanted to be the first ad that you see when you're playing, you know, Fortnite or whatever, you're talking high 6 figures. Like it's a lot of money.
Have you seen nothing but the Detroit vaccination?
Yes.
Yep. Ads? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I get those. Those are great ads. I absolutely love them.
Yeah, I do too.
I see them on Reddit a lot too. It's beautiful ad. I watch them every time because like, I'm like, oh, I know exactly. To me, that's why I watch it. Cause I'm like, oh, I know where they filmed this. I worked at Ford Field when I worked at Campbell Ewald. I worked at Ford Field. So I know.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I know exactly where they filmed all that. So like, it's cool for me to see that. Then also at the same time, I believe in vaccines and one.
So, right. It's another reason you watch the ads.
Yeah. And also I have appreciation for how much work goes into advertising and like the work that it's done. So like if it's a competitor ad, I will watch it to completion because then I know they have to pay the and fuck them. But at the same time, if it's you have to pay more money if you watch the full ad. Like, cause there's certain like if you're looking at like Facebook or YouTube or whatever, usually you get charged at like the first 3 seconds, but you get charged like there's a bare minimum at this amount. And then there's like a full in some cases. So like, if it's my own ads that like I run, I don't watch them because I don't want it to count. Like I want them to be normal numbers because like I get served on ads from working on projects. But if it's a competitor, I'll click the link, I'll click the thing. Cause I'm like, I know you're using up your budget for this amount.
That's fucking funny.
I'm like, fuck you. You pay this much. I'll take something and I'll go and put it in the cart and I'll leave it because those are the most expensive ads, the emails that you get back when you cart.
Oh
That's
my
the
God.
most expensive ads.
That one drives me dude, the shopping experience, it's like get an ad, click on the link, go to the website, accept the cookies. Okay, that banner goes away. Then it's, hey, spin this wheel to get a 15% off coupon. Okay, cool, I want the coupon. Nope, got to put your email in case you want that coupon. Like, all right, cool, I put in my email, I put the thing in the cart. You know what, I'll buy it later. Email, hey, you forgot something in your cart, you got to come back. It's like, oh my fucking God.
It is the best way to shop, though, because like if you know you're going to buy it, right? If you're like, all right, I want to buy this pair of shoes. I don't want to pay this price, right? Go to it. Sign up for every fucking stupid email thing they have, right?
True.
So put it in your cart. Leave it for 4 days. You will get an ad and you'll get an email in some point, 10%, 15%, whatever. You'll get that coupon that you want, and then you go buy, right? And then you cancel all the emails and fuck them, you know? But like, that's what
fuck
you do.
them.
Every time you do that, right? But at the same time now, with the new integration with like on Apple, with like cutting out like iOS tracking and stuff like that, that has created this void of advertising where advertisers are shifting a lot of money from running their own ads to like influencer driven stuff, because they know that the influencer ads are going to get to the people that they're wanting to do. I don't know like how much you've read up on like what Facebook changed and what Apple, but like like 3 months ago, you used to be able, with Facebook pixel tracking, you could track 100,000 things on your website. Yep. Anytime someone clicked to do it with Facebook now, with the new iOS stuff, it's 4 things that you can track on your website.
Yep.
So companies that have hundreds of items, t-shirts, whatever, their ability to track specific shirts, you can only track, you have to pick 4 things for Facebook ads that you can do now. So like, it's real rough.
Can you explain the pixel tracking for anybody who doesn't know?
So pixel tracking, basically, like if you're logged into Facebook, right, they have your email address there. If you go off and, you know, look on someone's website or whatever, they have a pixel there. If you see a product, you sign up and your email matches, if you come back to Facebook, that's when you start getting those ads, because they're looking for someone to your website, did something and came back. The other thing, when people are getting ads that they think that like, oh, my computer's listening to me. No, it's not. It's computers looking at your email addresses, because the biggest thing is those shopper loyalty programs that you're involved in. Guaranteed that's the same email address they use for everything. Right. So if you really don't want to be tracked, use a different email on any of those loyalty, because any company that has email addresses will feed it into their marketing. They'll feed it into Facebook and they'll see if it matches you on Facebook. If it does, then they track you and they have all your purchases, everything. They know what you've bought before. So they'll go and be like, okay, this is every, 3 months. So serve him an ad for this toothpaste 3 months. And that's what, you're running low on toothpaste. Get a toothpaste, thinking your phone is fucking listening to you, when it's a smart marketer. Going, buy toothpaste every 3 months, or what? I don't know how, whatever, how much toothpaste you use.
Did you see that Twitter thread about the guy who went to go visit? He went to go stay with his mom.
That's exactly why I was talking about it.
So fucking fascinating.
Is. And like, my wife works in programmatic ad buying. She's the person who programs a lot of those ads. My house is like full media marketing in one thing.
I was about to say, 2 peas in a fucking pod.
Yeah. The ads that we get in our house are so fucked up, because like, it'll be stuff that she's working on for her clients and like stuff that I'm working on for my. If she's working on ads and they're like targeting Spanish people who are speaking Spanish, like we'll get Spanish ads for like a hot week. And we're like, we don't speak Spanish at all. We've just visited those websites so many times that we're in the ad bucket.
Right.
And it'll be like it's like your OTT stuff, which is you're out of home, which is like, if you go to like gas station TV, you see there, Hulu, Paramount, or whatever. Those are the that you get. Lot of like, they're not tracking, like no one's listening to you, but at the same time they're listening to listening to the things that they have already, and then just connecting. Like, that's really what it is.
Right. And that was when I had went back and reread through when I was doing my research before my Discord, like stop storing shit in Discord, TikTok. I reread the terms of service and forgot that when you sign up for Discord, not only do you willingly give up a crap ton of personal information, which isn't not common. Like every fucking place does it. Name, email address, external IP address, blah, blah, blah. I forgot the part about sharing information with any service that you volunteer to connect. So when you connect Twitter and Steam and YouTube and Facebook, all of the data that you agreed to share with Facebook, they are now free to share with each other. So you're basically just creating like this massive hub of not your passwords or your social security number, but just of like your routines, the things that you buy, the places you go. And through that, they can learn so much about you.
They've changed the target, like from the amount of time that I've been working and doing paid social, like it's been 10 years that I've been doing it. Like the stuff that you used to be able to target that they've gotten rid of, and thank God that they did, because it was like, of the stuff was used for like horrible practices where you could exclude race, you could exclude age, you could do a ton of crazy shit. You can't do that anymore, thank God. But like you can go in and you can go as granular as like, okay, I need to target this ad 5 miles from this zip code using these email addresses, this website in the last 30 days who are married, divorced, and because they know you're divorced and they know you're married, you're getting married. Like that's the biggest thing. If you put your engaged on Facebook, your ads in the next 4 days are all wedding venue shit, flowers, everything. Like
no shit.
So quick. They know all of that stuff. Like it's just you're trained. You think it's part of the platform, and you're providing this information to your friends. You're providing all this information to advertisers. It's really
right.
What it is.
Right.
So ridiculous. So it comes off as very creepy, and like actually target ads. You feel like even a bigger creep because you're like, okay, I want, 18 to 24 men in the, this zip code who went to college, who are making X number of dollars. All right. Okay, there'll be 10,000 people. Okay. I'm going to put $50,000 ad spend, and boom, those are the ads that go off. It's crazy.
Do you see a time where that amount of tracking is just no longer allowed, or is this just gonna how it's gonna be?
I mean, I think it's always going to be like, because like, it's even like, I mean, Apple has your face now, so like it can only get worse until someone physically like really abuses the system, where like, I'm waiting for them to be like, okay, you use Face ID. They know I have glasses. Like, are they going to do ad targeting for me for glasses company? Because they know I have glasses.
Right.
Is that going to be a thing? Are they going to start using AI photos and see, oh, you have kids or this, have dogs, so let's send you pet food ads, but like if you post a lot about dogs, they just assume, and generally you're right. But like you can affect your ads. Like you can literally go in and change statuses in there and it will affect your ads. If you go to websites, like click on those random ads, you can fuck up your algorithm so easily with just going nuts and clicking on everything, changing what you are. Like it's really funny to see what you could get served.
Has there, in your experience or in your searches, has there been any evidence that biometric data like Touch ID or Face ID has been able to be pulled from a device or shared with any other services?
I don't think so. Cause like,
okay.
if that came out, that I'm sure it's like, they should probably share it with government organizations. Like if like, a top 10 FBI most wanted an iPhone and it comes up, they probably get a ping at Langley,
yeah,
like,
right.
Pick this fucker up. But like the second that I find out that my face is being used for something to sell me something, like I'm going to have an issue. Like,
right.
I know, like I work in the space and like this shit creeps me out, but like it's a necessary evil because like I'm not reading a newspaper anymore. So I can't put an ad there. Not listening to, like you're not listening to the radio as there. I have to put an ad where eyeballs are. And that's Twitch, that's YouTube, that's Google. That's like, even in your, like if you use Microsoft, their email program or whatever, you get ads in there, you get ads in Gmail.
Yeah.
The ads go where people are. Like, I mean, when cars get smart enough and have touchscreens and computer, you're going to get ads there. Like you'll be using your computer's GPS and it'll show you McDonald's is coming up in 2 miles when you didn't look for McDonald's, but it knows you go to McDonald's, you're going to get a fucking ad for it.
Dude, your autonomous car is going to drive your ass.
That's already real though.
Yeah.
Like you can go to any app thing and you can have your business featured in these map apps when you're on GPS. And like, if you click on them, they'll put coupons in there too. Like it's already happening, you know?
Are you hungry? Let me take you to come get our gas. No, come get our gas.
It's like, okay, put the gas prices in there. It's there. It's already happening. Like it's inevitable.
That's actually fucking, you could just be driving and be like, hey, gas. And then it'll show, here are all the places that were within 5 miles of you, and here are their gas prices. And also, here are the coupons for if you want to go inside and get some Hostess donuts or some beef jerky. Yeah. Bro, you start showing me what beef jerky places have in my fucking smart car, I'm going to lose my mind. I'll be all over that shit.
Or if you link, you like, okay, I have a Speedy Rewards card. It'll only show you Speedway gas stations. Like, you just link all your shit that you have together with it. It becomes, it knows you as a person and sends you to the correct station. If it knows that you only drink Dunkin' Donuts, it's not going to show you a Starbucks. Like it will get there.
Right.
It's scary.
It is scary. And I think about, when is the first time I'm going to get an email where it shows a picture of me in the Hawaiian shirts that it thinks I want? Like, I'm going to get an email from Amazon. It's going to be a picture of me with my shoes, my face, my hat, and it's going to be me in an amazing, beautiful Miami Vice Hawaiian shirt and be like, hey, have you checked the Hawaiian shirt section lately?
I'm thinking within the next 5 years.
I am absolutely thinking that. Yeah.
That is from Clueless, when she's standing in front of the thing looking at outfits, like what it's going to look like. So you can already do it with glasses companies. You can take a picture of your face and it'll show you what glasses are on your head. So like, why wouldn't you be able to just take a full frame standing there and it'll show you what shirts look good on you?
Right.
Like, that'd be great. And it's weird because they probably will use those images in ads and code bar. Like, here you go. Like those websites where it's like Steve from Michigan bought this shirt, which are 80% bullshit. You can write scripts for that
right.
Just post things up. And most websites do that because the fear of it's like a FOMO thing. Like people are like, oh my God, I buy this because all these people don't trust any website that has that on there. They're
yep.
But like, I definitely think that will. And like you already get served ads where like your name will be in the shirt. I've gotten Steve shirts before.
Yep.
So like we're close.
Yeah, what's going to be like? It's like you're going to get an ad and you're going to look about 10 pounds heavier. And you're like, wait a minute, how? I'm not actually. And then you go and look in the mirror like, oh my God, wait, I am that heavy. And then the ad's like, because of all of your recent trips to McDonald's and BP, thanks to your Tesla information sharing, we suspect that you are now wearing an extra large shirt instead of a large.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, or they like tailor. They're like, oh yeah, you have a subscription of normal pop. We're gonna flip it to diet for you because we know you're getting there. They just do that, but it's scary, and it's also like it could all explode and we could all be cavemen in the next 20 years. Who knows? Like, I really don't. And especially like when you look at like where esports and gaming and cryptocurrency is going, who fucking knows with any of this shit? Like you had a company this week that announced a 10-year fucking deal at $210 million with an esports org, which, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's like, a long ass deal.
It is not smart. I know. I mean, TSM is smart. That's the esports org that took it. They're smart for taking it because get your bag.
Yep.
Like it's 210. It's $21 million a year. Like no one's going to say no to that. That's more money than any sponsorship that they'll get right now.
And is that like the biggest deal in esports history?
100%. Absolutely. That was the biggest deal. I mean, like you look at like Ninja when he moved to Mixer, like I would say like that was probably the biggest deal to that. But even then, like the amount of money he was getting was not this money.
No.
You look at it, like FTX is the company that did it. They're a 2-year-old company, right? And they've given TSM, they've promised TSM $210 million over 10 years, right? 21 million a year. They also bought the naming rights to the Miami Heat's arena.
That's right. We were talking about this before.
For 19 years. 19 years.
Wait,
they bought that rights.
What?
19 years for the Miami Heat's thing for $135 million. That means they spent $75 million more on TSM. Right. So that means like, that's great for me because they value esports more, but like, what is the NBA going to look like in 19 years? Like we could be playing in space at that point. Like, is that deal still going to be good?
How does a company that's 2 years old have $300 million to throw around?
It's crypto. I have no idea. Like if they have their own coins and they did like an ICO and like an initial coin offering, like you can make a shit ton of money, but like $300 million fucking dollars. Like that's shit. It's technically, I mean, if you think about it, technically they would only need $28 million
up front
but the thing is, I was like looking at a deal for me. If I was working at, if I was working at TSM in charge of their things, and if they sent me a contract, hey, we want to give you, $210 million for 10 years, I'd be like, okay, cool. I want 2 or 3 years up front. I want a guarantee on it. Like you're paying me this amount of money right now. And it's like NFL contracts. Like I want guaranteed dollar amounts because I don't know if you're going to be a company in 2 years. I don't know if I'm going to be a company in 5 years. Like
exactly.
There's all of these things. And then you look at what they can and can't do with that sponsorship. They sponsored TSM. Their biggest teams are in League of Legends. You cannot put your logo on those two teams' jerseys because Riot has a no blockchain policy.
So that's what I was going to ask about.
Those are protected categories. So like Jacob Wolf wrote an article on esports. They're not allowed to do that. Like if you go for Riot, for any of their products, if you want to be a third-party developer, literally in the terms of service, the third thing listed, no blockchain, no cryptocurrency.
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
It's a lot of things. It's they potentially don't understand it, used it poorly, and like because the people do, like people use blockchain and like you see things like you can make a coin tomorrow. Like you could go and create Pickle Rick coin and sell thousands and thousands of dollars of it, and then immediately sell it and walk away, and just all those people who bought into it are fucked. Like it doesn't have value. So a lot of people will scam stuff. And then at the same time too, they have control. But if you also do any research into Riot, one of their people got scammed in a Crypto King, like his credit card got stolen and it was used to mine Bitcoin or something. So like it could be a person.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's just Pickle Nickels. Someone said in chat. That's a great.
Oh my god, that's my crypto.
You should just 3D print Pickle Nickels. Just do it.
Dude.
Hand those out at conventions when we start getting back to conventions.
Oh, I don't want to go that far. I never understood that shit, man. Like I've gotten some cool things from streamers.
It's so bad. Like, cause like the company that I worked for previously, like they were cryptocurrency. Like they started with an ICO and that's how they used the money for it. And then like they still have it, but it's so weird. Cause like I try to explain it to people. Like I use it in terms of like, when's the last time that you actually got physical money in hand for a service rendered? You probably been years. Right?
Okay, money. No, actually, very recently, because I have one dude who's like 60 years old who I fix his computer, and all he knows is cash. But that's
so like
it.
that's it. But like for me, like looking at like I haven't gotten actual physical money for my job in 6-7 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not even a physical check, like even counting that as money. So it's the same as crypto, but in the sense that like if you buy this, like if I was getting paid in Bitcoin that entire time, it'd be worth more money than what you paid. So like it's the upside of doing it. Also, the downside is if you pay someone in Bitcoin, the value's different. So like it's like that guy who bought pizza with Bitcoin, he paid people like 15, 20 coins
Right.
for one pizza, and that guy, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars now.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
so I just had somebody on Thursday who was trying to explain crypto to me like I was 5 years old, and he told me about like that pizza transaction is the number one largest crypto transaction, and like nowadays it's worth what he paid back then is now worth $700,000.
Yeah, I think there's a show on Bravo. It's like $1 Million Listing, and it's like house, realtors that sell like fancy ass houses. There was one episode, the guy was like, "Hey, I want to buy this house, but all Bitcoin." And the developer, I think, or it was the guy, the person that he was going to sell it to, they ultimately didn't do it because they're like, we don't know what the fuck. We just brought him out. Funny, but he posted recently on Instagram, deal, I would have $1 billion right now.
Holy fuck.
And it's like, what? Because that's even more than like the house. Like, so for me, like I have cryptocurrency, like I have Dogecoin and I hold, but at the same time, I'm not buying anything with that service because I don't see the point yet. But at the same time, you have like, there's cryptocurrencies that are based on US dollar. They're called stable coins where it's worth $1. It'll always be worth $1. So it's $1 then. Like, why not just use the US dollar? It's all my money's digital anyways.
Right.
I'm gonna Cash App you money or Venmo or whatever. So like it doesn't, like I don't need a cryptocurrency that's not the US at that point. Like I get like being able to store information, all that, community whatever, but
yeah,
I don't care.
Okay, so is it public information how much money in a particular crypto is out there?
In most cases, yes, I believe that's like part of you can like if someone posts their like, if you're like, hey, if you're going to give me Bitcoin, you can send it to this number. I'm pretty sure you can look up transactions and how much they actually. Like that's the whole point of the system. You can see who the money.
Your audio is cutting out like really. I don't know why, but in the past like 10 minutes, it's gotten like really, really bad. I don't know what's going on.
Probably like a combination of my internet.
I just want to blame. I want to blame Discord because I've had this issue with Discord before. Yeah. I want to get rid of it so fucking bad. It's
Discord and Zoom. Are you going to do Gilded or whatever?
No, there's a company out there called Riverside FM who has gotten into the space. And so right now they're specializing in a online audio call where you can save everybody into different tracks, and then you can export like a single audio on the other side. And I've been watching them closely. They got a new thing coming out pretty soon, but I'm pretty pumped for it. So I searched. This is like a super boomer search. How much Dogecoin is out there? And it says circulating supply 129.5 billion. Does that sound right? That like as far as like
yeah, that sounds probably right. Yeah, it's
fucking insane.
Yeah, because I mean, like looking at Dogecoin, like I have a couple. Like I was stupid, and I have Robinhood, which is a shit platform, don't because they trap your money.
Yeah.
I remember when I signed up for Robinhood, I got a stock and I sold it, and it was worth like $15. And I bought Dogecoin for the lulz, and I had like 8,000 Dogecoin, and I sold it, and I made money off of it, and I sold it at .008. I sold 8,000 Dogecoin at .008.
And it's now worth
it's
0.3. So what's 8,000 now?
8,000 now would be
30 cents. 30 cents times, or 35 cents times 8,000.
It's at 37 cents right now, actually.
Okay.
So like a lot of money.
Do you even want to know? 0.37, about $3 grand.
$3 grand. Yeah. So but $3 grand off of 15, a free stock. That's what I think. Like, I mean, I still made money technically, but like,
right.
That's the thing with crypto. Like, like I've had friends ask and they're like, what do you think? If you take that money and you're expecting to make money, you're not doing this for the right thing. Right. This is straight up gambling, like cut and dry. Like, because if I can go, like if one person can go on Twitter and go, hey, coin is ruining the environment, we're not accepting it for Teslas anymore, and the price tanks, that is not something that is truly run collectively. Like it's not, like nothing should be that volatile. Like stocks will do that, but not as bad. Like there is whole categories of discords where they're okay, we're going to pump this coin up until it hits this point and we're all going to sell.
Right.
That's a thing. It's pump and dump is a huge Reddit thing. There's discords for it, like all of that. And then there's some good cases, where you this thing and memeing the shit out of it. And I think AMC stock, you get like free popcorn now, which is pretty nice.
Wait, when did that start?
Like really recently. It's really fucking like they're just.
My God.
I'm like, do you even sell? Like, are you going to have cat gifs on screen? 20 minutes before the previews, and I'm like, just somebody coming out and being like, "Oh, AMC to the diamond hand," and then the trailers.
Oh my! I could only imagine that there's going to be some type of crypto advertisements. In I mean, just in general, like I feel like I've never seen a Bitcoin ad.
No, you won't, because Facebook, Twitter, Google don't allow it. You can only advertise. Yeah, because there were so many scams that came out with initial coin offerings that they eliminated that. So the only type of crypto ads done are educational. So if you have a website that's educating people or like reporting the news, you can do advertisements like that. Or like my last job, I had to scrub the website of any mention of crypto and blockchain because I couldn't get ads approved.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah, because because Facebook and Instagram, when you set up an ad, they will go crawl your website to make sure it has the things that you're saying in your advertising, like in the text, in the image, and make sure all that is on your website. So like you have to be matched up, so it looks for all that stuff. And but
it's like an advertising audit.
That's basically what it is, because it wants to make sure the page that you're sending people to is not like a page that they can't leave or it doesn't have the correct item on it. So like anytime like I get ads and I click on it and it doesn't have the thing that the was, I report the ad because that is not real. Like I reported an Under Armour ad the other day because they were putting up an image of this shoe and I'm like, that shoe is awesome looking. I really want it. I want to see how much it is. And then I go to the page, that shoe is not on there in any capacity. I'm like, well, that's misadvertised.
That does piss me the fuck off. Yep. Because I've done that with shoes. I've done that with shoes and other articles of clothing. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off the most.
I'm like, I want that fucking shoe, and it's not. And like literally, you look through the comments of that app, they're like, this on here, any like, where is this fucking shoe? And they don't even respond to anything.
God, that drives me absolutely up the fucking wall. Shit. There was another thing that I was going to bring up regarding the crypto conversation. I can't remember. So that's okay. So what's crazy is that there is a deal that went down $200 million over the course of 10 years but yet nobody knew that you couldn't put the name of the crypto on the jerseys.
They know. They knew. They just didn't care.
You think so?
Well, for me, like, those players will still wear those jerseys. Logo. Events are coming back, and then they're live. Like the broadcasts, Riot, LCS just started back up on Friday. That's perceived media value that is not there by having their logo on a shoulder or on a chest or, on the back when they stand up. Like, that is value.
Right.
That they don't get. And like, they can't even, because they changed the name. TSM FTX now. Riot will not say that name. Like, that's not happening. They will only call them TSM because the cryptocurrency and blockchain is a protected category. So
will you not see the second part of that name like anywhere? Like, where are they going to be able to advertise it?
So that name is out on like all their social media, and all the players like changed their YouTube video show up in there. But like, even if they were going to go post on Facebook or Twitter about, hey, go check out the FTX, wallet or whatever, they can never put paid money behind that because it's crypto and blockchain. So it's not that great of a deal. Like, it's a great deal for TSM if that company doesn't give a shit and just the money keeps, if the checks keep clearing, whatever. But like, it'll be interesting to see as it keeps going, like what their actual deliverables were. Like, are they going to be doing videos? Are they giving whatever cryptocurrency? Because like, if it starts getting really scammy and they start pushing like random, go, get FTT coin or what, some random thing that it just comes off as a scam in some case. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to watch how it evolves and if it even lasts. Cause like, that'll be the biggest thing is if it doesn't last, it'll look real fucking stupid
for fucking that amount of money. That's absolutely insane. Has there been any other crypto or blockchain that is invested in not only esports, but just video games in general?
There is a company that has crypto built into their games. The company's called Engine, ENJIN. Like, the items that you can get in the game are similar to like NFTs, where like you can sell, like if you get a sword in the game, you can place get so it kind of is like CSGO skins in a sense. But they like, if you own the skin or item in this game and it's on the Engine platform, get into other games and it converts into other. Like, it's pretty interesting, and like, that's kind of cool. But at the same time though, like, getting people to play the game without advertising is really fucked. But you can get like, that's where like influencer marketing can do that kind of shit. But like, I think more people have done like blockchain crypto light, where you have like Cash App where you can do cryptocurrency and blockchains, but they don't advertise that heavily. They just use it as like, hey, send money between you and your. And the same thing with like Robinhood. They do now where they lean into the crypto stuff, but it's not right. It's not the same with Robinhood, because if you own cryptocurrency, like the whole point of owning cryptocurrency is you can take it anywhere. If you own cryptocurrency on Robinhood, you cannot take it anywhere. You don't have a wallet that is in Robinhood. The only way to get it out is sell it for real money and then go somewhere else. So like, you can't mine Bitcoin and then send it to your Robinhood wallet in a different place.
Right. Fucking Robinhood.
They're a fucking scam art company. Dissolves.
I hope so too. Well, dude, we just hit the 2-hour mark. You okay jumping into the Q&A and then wrapping this up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dope. Let's see here. First question. This is from Clover. Air fryer gang when? So I definitely think that we're probably going to be getting into the air fryer business. It's again just a matter of finding where the fuck we're going to put that thing, because they do look pretty bulky.
Some of them, like if you get like the circle ones, they're really looks like a like a toaster oven, but it also like flips up. Like we have one of the Ninjas. And that one works. It works really. We got it was Costco. It was a really good deal.
Hell yeah, Costco.
I mean, it works and it does it well.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Next question from Clover as well. I see you are a man of culture, so I must inquire, where did you get those sick threads?
This was Riot. It was at an event. Myself and I think two other people, we all bought shirts. It's Vern Notice, one Sam Spamantha, I think is who she is on Twitch. That one. I don't know if you can still get it on Riot.
Dude, I'm going to look it up real quick. Riot squirt gun shirt.
I think it was like.
Damn it. I just see it. I just now brought up a shirt that says I get bitches wet, but it has a squirt gun on it. Let's see.
Yeah, it was like the fun, like the most fun. LCS Detroit, blah, and then just of course I bought one like this, and it was it's a button down summer dad shirt. So.
Riot Games merch, June 14th, 2019. They had like a baby blue pineapple hat too. Riot Games merch. I'm looking for this because I would rock that shirt all day, son.
I feel like you probably could get it on eBay, maybe.
I'm gonna have to look. They got I was just
market for this.
About to say they got an awesome Pride shirt, but I don't want to buy Pride merch from somebody that just has Pride merch in fucking June.
Riot is, they do a pretty good job. They deal with human beings there. It's not great.
Right, exactly.
Especially women.
Exactly. All right. Final question from Strippy Lobster. Do you guys feel like it's going to be accepted as totally normal, or do you see people being against it in the future? And this is when we were talking about the advertisement with devices collecting your information and throwing it back at you.
I think people are getting more aware to it, but at the same time, advertising is evolving. Be less advertising. So you're looking at influencers positioning products to you, whether it's a huge influencer saying something or, medium size, or even the new thing is you have sub 5,000 followers. Your friend could be, on the, sign up and have an ad for it. Cause you trust your friends more than an actual ad.
Right.
And that's what they're counting on. But at the same time, I think FCC really needs to step up on how they're monitoring shit, because the biggest problem that I see on TikTok is fucking horrible, because you see people pushing shit. They don't have hashtag ads. They don't have hashtag brand name partner or anything. They Bang energy drinks is the worst one. Yeah, you got people who are this Bang is great, and they're drinking fucking 10 seconds of logo placement, and they're just doing stuff, and you're that's a fucking ad. They were paid money to do this. Yeah, and they didn't disclose that, and it irritates to no extent, because I've always had to follow the fucking rules. I still follow the fucking, because you don't want to get sued. You really don't. They've only sued a couple people. I think two, and it was more it was the CSGO Lotto thing. And those are the guys that got sued. And it was a fucking slap on the wrist anyway.
It really was.
Those dudes should have been removed from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still, one of the two guys is still big. I unfollowed him from
Syndicate.
He's yeah, exactly. So yeah, you shouldn't have the clout that you have if you're not disclosing, because even on my personal social media, when I share, I've tweeted stuff for my clients that launched this week, and I put hashtag client, because it's still some form of disclosure that I did this work. I'm getting paid, I'm directly benefiting from them succeeding. So I still put that on there.
Yeah. I don't fuck around. Every single time somebody asks me like, hey, what mic are you using? Or like, hey, what lights you're using? Or like, hey, by the way, I did a video on it. If you want like the full explanation, heads up, affiliate links in the bio. Like I'm sending you is an affiliate link. Like if somebody, it's just not something to fuck around with. And yeah, on TikTok, it's really bad right now because you'll see people with mics and lights and these different things. It's like, hey, this person sent this out to me. And which means I got this shit for free or I'm getting paid to say this. And then no mention of hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. Because you can't just say they sent it to me and feel like you're free and clear. So much more has to be done.
Yeah, we can spend another 3 hours just talking
Absolutely.
about that, because it is bullshit. Because even if someone sends you something for that technically is a payment for your service. And like the worst things with like people with like Amazon reviews where, you get the product and they send you something, hey, we'll refund you the price.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
That's fucked up.
It's against Amazon's terms of service. Like somebody hit me up about it was like a mic and a boom arm combo. And they're like, hey, if you buy this and put up a YouTube video, send you the cost back and you can keep the mic. And I'm like, no. Like you want me to review the product, you send it to me free. I'll review it and then send it back to you, or you can let me keep it and I'll disclose that for this review, you paid me with this product.
Yep.
That's not how that works. Like, I'm not going to give you money to review this product because if I say this product is shit, you're not going to pay me money.
Exactly. Like that's so fucked up. And like, they could also just not refund you if you shit all over it.
Exactly. Cause that's what they would do. And like, even then, like, even when like you do people are products, like you run that risk of like, even like the ads are swayed a little bit because like nothing is a true, like if you're paying someone to review something, they're going to try to find nice, like it's going to be nicer than it really would if they unless you just bought it yourself. Cause like, like I do beer review and like, I'm like Farley when it, doing interviews. I'm like, yeah, it's good. This is great. Remember that one time I had this? Like that's my level of reviews. But like, at the same time, like I don't want to, because like I'm tagging all these here. I don't want to come off as overly negative towards a company because they'll like never want to work. So like there's this very fine line of finding like if it's a good review or not a good review.
Right. And there's people who do it really, really well. And then there's others who just absolutely bomb at it. Yeah.
It's because you can't be like, you have to find like some positive there, but like, like I've got free beer and I immediately just have to. So
I just missed the past like 5 seconds of you. It completely fucking, and it's like I'm looking at Discord and the audio's it's not coming through your mic at all.
I think it's a combination of Discord and my board because like on Google Meets it's never an issue. Like I think the connection or like Discord is like chopping me too much.
I think that Kaz, like usually if somebody's audio is dropping out, it looks like it's still coming through to me, but like your mic wasn't even lighting up at that point. Thankfully, this is why I got Audacity running because like the post production of this is going to be completely fine. It's just the audio for
you'll only have yours because mine completely is gone.
Oh shit, that's right.
It's so fucking gone. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good, man.
I gotta pull up. I can pull up Reaper and see if it's maybe, but it is.
No, don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about
hard it. Crashed.
That you might have been the first person to have their computer completely crash in the middle of a podcast.
Because Reaper was running and recording everything, and I think it's a random thing. It's just like no, and we just shut it down.
I'm all done. See you later.
And it's not like I don't have slow computers. I just don't. I don't know. That was the first time it's happened. So I don't know. It's
audio, dude.
It really isn't. This never happens.
It never happened to me before. I swear to God. Well, dude, that is the end of the Q&A. I so very appreciate you spending some time with us and letting us see inside your brain and your life. It was really cool hearing what you've done so far. So feel free to take this moment and sell yourself. Absolutely, just drop the knowledge and let everybody know where they can find you. Anything that you have coming up, if there's anything you want to promo, now's the time.
Every week on Fridays, I do craft beer reviews. I have a show called Craft Friday, Instagram.com/the show. And, if you search Craft Beer Friday on videos, show up. So if you like beer and seeing my talking about mouth feel and texture of beer, go check that out. SteveWisey, basically everything else is, bling about esports and gaming and marketing and politics. If if you're vaccinated, come follow me, because where my stance is on a lot of things. That's a real easy way to figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I don't stream too much. I usually get the itch, and I'll do it for, I think the last time I streamed was like 2 months ago. So
I think that's about right. When I went to go to your Twitch page to throw it up on the social media document, I have thoughts. It's just a matter of time. Like, I mean, all day, and I have 2 kids and I'm married. When can I stream and be at least with beer thing? It's once a week. I know I always the show. It's in the fucking name. So that's there, but streaming, it'll happen. I got all the equipment and stuff. My audio is better when I'm streaming. Right. Like happened today. But and my videos are good for that. But yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm in the space. I'm more of behind the person working in gaming and esports. So like, if you got questions, hit me up on Twitter. If you want to learn more about how to get sponsored or like what you should do to reach out to, hit me up. You don't have to be the biggest creator to get sponsored or get in front of companies. You really don't. And that has been proven time and time again. And I'm glad that there is a lot of people that keep pushing that narrative to hopefully get some, give some confidence down to the little guys, because there really is a lot that you can do with the small reach that you think that you have. And the biggest thing you can do to help yourself is put your goddamn email address in your contact everywhere on social media. For the love of God. Yep. I can't find you. Yeah, right. I can't email you. I can't give you money. Please put an email address in there. There's been so many times I find the right person. I'm like, this person's great. No emails anywhere. And, they don't check their DMs, or they don't check, just email. Put an email address in there. Get a business email address. It's free. Right. Fucking hockeyfan911@yahoo.com. Seriously, like, I don't care. It's as long as I can get you. And also the other thing is check that goddamn email account too. Always check that email account at least once a day. Like, if you were going to put it in there, yeah, you're going to spam and crap coming to it, but please check it. You cannot fathom how many people that we've emailed. They'll email you like 5 weeks later. They're like, oh yeah, I saw you sent me an email and it's good. And you're like, that was a month ago. Yeah. Campaign's done, my friend. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not, you're done. Like, please check, have a way to be contacted and check the way to be contacted. There you go. It's that easy, chat. Get on it. Yeah. Well, Steve, not only do I appreciate you coming on the show, I appreciate that you put on a sexy button shirt just to fucking show me up. I'm gonna have to do like a vote for whose guest's shirt you like better, so chat can really stick it to me. But dude, thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday and again blessing me with your knowledge. I really appreciate it. No problem. Thanks, guys. Hell yeah. All right, dude. I'll catch you later. Thanks again. Thank you. Goodbye.